Yo, Premier, what's up? Hey, y'all in the Philly podcast right now. You got
Yeah.
Mason, you got APO. Just us two talking. Most of y'all quarantined, jobless, broke, young, in mama's basement, playing Madden. But it is what it is. It's all good. I'm just playing with y'all. It's all good. What's
Why
up,
you talking
Mason?
about AJ like that, man? Don't talk about AJ.
that's exactly who I was talking about. 5'5", AJ, Memphis Cat, sound like Mike Tyson. We know what it is. Um, so real quick, we got five topics we're gonna try to get to y'all.
Hmm?
And the first topic I think, it's only right to start off with the number one surprise, in this fantasy year one. Mason, you go ahead and lead the way with that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the basically the number one surprise of the league so far. This is based on obviously. I know y'all don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it, but based off of what we saw through Premier in those 7 seasons, what I guess you could say we projected, and who's been really surprising us so far. I think for me, there's a couple people on this list, but I think number one right now has got to be John. It's got to be John.
Right, right.
Because he's 6-0. He I was mocking his draft, but I didn't know Joe Mixon had armbar, which is just a game changer.
Yeah, I know how that feels. Trust me.
Uh,
Everybody watch me getting pushed around. My bad. Go ahead.
nah, you're good. Yeah, he was stiff arming APO all up and down the field. I thought Zeke had it, that's why I drafted him. But apparently he doesn't. Um, Frog, such bullshit.
Yeah,
But
the draft was kind of hard. Like if you like that was my first time doing a fantasy draft in probably like 5 years.
mhm.
And it's definitely it tests you a little bit with what you know. Like Zeke, is he still superstar? Like is
Yeah,
he X Factor still? Or he
he's still
just
superstar. I knew he was an X Factor, but I
yeah,
thought he had
yeah,
armbar.
yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah,
reason I picked
and
him.
that's that armbar thing. I'm surprised. I don't remember seeing that in Premiere too often. The first 7 years, the armbar. I think people just like went away from it, but it seemed like that's the best thing in the game. Like
I mean,
yeah, it was unstopped. I couldn't stop it. I was like, man, it is what it is. I'm gonna try to just outscore this dude because he ain't getting stopped with this armbar, and apparently nobody can stop it right now, which is good for John because now that everybody's on the even playing field,
mhm,
it's really no excuses. Like
mhm,
ain't no excuse. I never lost to John until you know this year.
mhm.
Every other time we played, I beat John, but and even before we played in the PM, he was like, "Man, you about to trash me." And I'm like, man, we about to see. I didn't know I was gonna get. I didn't even know he had armbar. So when we got in the game, and I think he threw Luke Kuechly out the way, something crazy. One of my guys, I was like, oh man, we in for a long, long day. But hey, that's what makes it fun. Now, I would say that it's way more competitive right now than it has been because it's no 99 block shed everywhere.
Mhm.
You really gotta work. Um, like these games feeling like playoff games.
Yeah, I think throughout the first 6 weeks, what we're seeing is just how competitive the league is. Everyone, like you said, has an equal starting. And I think the bigger thing is, even without the equal starting, everyone on their team has flaws. People are still obviously figuring out how to cover them up, how they want to adjust, making trades and everything like that, which we'll get into. But yeah, I think that's the big thing is you're seeing what people can and kind of can't win with. And we'll get more into that. But real quick on John, both on the positive and negative end. Positively, what you can say is he's number one in the league in points allowed per game. He's let up 73 points in 6 games. That's 12 points a game. That's crazy. But what you also kind of have to bring into consideration because it is early, it is these first 6 weeks, is who he's played. He did play UAPO, but other than that, you could say his schedule's been a little light. He's beaten Wheezy. He's beaten Jake twice. He beat Crew Brew, who's a good player, the Jags user. But he also did beat Ruben as well. And I mean, he just honestly smacked him all
Hey,
around.
hey, man, I'm in that John. No, I'm in that Wheezy tier. So I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm trash. I'm garbage. So yeah, he pushed me around. And you know what's crazy? I'm looking at the stats too right now. Kareem Hunt, the Texans, what's his schedule look like? Cause he leading by like 300 yards. And
Oh,
it's
that's
going
Ruben. He drafted all offensive linemen. That's why I'm not even.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is
He's
he
just
winning
all he
games?
can do is run the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, you right. Well, I mean, yeah, his stats look good. 887 yards, 7 yards a pop. That's surprising
Mhm.
because like Juan, I give it to Juan. He having a lot of injuries. Like even when we played, I think the first play, his running back went out. So then he went into a tandem. He started using two players. And I'm like, all right. But John and Joe Mixon seem like they just cruising.
Yeah.
122 carries already. That says a lot. That says a lot. Especially with the play style. He 38 break tackles, man. 38 he 38 break tackles. That's Derrick Henry's next
Mhm.
up with 24. I mean,
That's ridiculous.
that's ridiculous.
That's
I know Joe
he's
Mixon.
throwing off 6 dudes a game. He's just throwing them away. Get off me.
Yeah. I know it was like that. But for me, I'm gonna say my surprise. Man, I was gonna take a shot at my man Miles because I watched him. He kind of dominated sometimes, and then he don't dominate. And let me see his division real quick,
Miles
cause
2-4. Miles is not in this. He's in the other conversation. He's not.
I be, but yo, we put that man. We talked in the miss chat about the defensive offensive players of the year, and we say he got one of the top offenses. I always be trying to figure out like what is it with the Johns, Miles, Jake's. Shout out to Jake because I'm looking at the stats and it's like 5 touchdowns to 21 interceptions. Like
How's that a shout out? That's the worst shout out I've ever heard in my life.
that's I'm sorry, man. This is gonna be rough and rugged. I'm sorry, but hey, listen, it's Philly podcast. It is what it is. That's a shout out here. I don't care if it's good, bad, whatever. I'm sorry, but I'm
Shout
just
out,
looking
Jake.
like, man, what's going on, man? Like, just don't turn the ball over. I remember you said that. I think it was like last Madden. He was like, yo, don't turn the ball over. It's the truest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and throwing 4 interceptions a game, you're gonna lose the game.
I want to make something very clear. I said that. I'm throwing a lot of interceptions right
Yeah,
now.
you throwing a lot of interceptions. See, people don't realize I know what I'm talking about, and I'll put something in the chat or I'll say something like I just did and hope that Mason catch it. That I just took a shot at him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't
Yeah.
forget. You know what I mean? I don't forget. Mason, what's going on, Mason? Cats don't even know that you the GOAT, like the
I
real
mean,
GOAT.
we can get in that a little bit later. Hold up. I want to say something else now that we're on the topic, though, now that we're on the topic of surprise players, because I do want to get into that later. But another surprise player, we got to give him a shout out. He did lose last week, or else he would have easily been my number one. He's had a tough schedule in Royce. Royce out here, man, three
Yeah.
and two, three. He's played Nard, Dez, AJ, myself, and Maysoon. Now, that's a lot of people's top fives, and he's 3 and 2. Like, you know,
Hey, hey, but what's crazy about Royce? He's always shown that he could beat anybody though.
that's true.
Like he did that. He did that in Premiere. He did that in Premiere.
He beat
He
me a
would,
couple times.
yeah. I would be like, okay. I would look at the app while I'm at work and be like, wait, Royce won? Not that it's just like who he played. And I think it was with you. I would look and be like, all right, Mason gonna win that. Because it was 1 year, I think it was 1 year the year I actually beat Royce in the playoffs. And I was looking like, all right, I need to, because my division was tough. I need to make sure. I used to look at the wild cards. Like, all right, look, Dez, and nobody want to stop Dez. He going 16-0. I need to try to get in there at 11-5, get 11 wins, And Royce will always be like right there.
Yep.
So I used to pay attention to Royce, and he made it one time, and I'm like, all right, but I think I had 12 wins or something, so I made it 2.
Y'all
But
both.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Royce is definitely the surprise. If we not taking shots like I did at Miles, apologies, because I'm still mad at Miles for dancing. The 1 year where all he had to do is win that game, and I go to the playoffs. This man dancing around the field. I will forever hold that deep in my heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For those who don't know what he's talking about, there was a game where Miles had to beat Zach, and if he beats Zach, APO is in. If he doesn't, Zach is in. And Miles got an interception, and I'm talking about there was nobody there. Like it was an easy pick six, and he instead decides to showboat right after it and gets tackled after like 5. Did he fumble or did he just get tackled?
Yo, I think he fumbled, man. He fumbled, and it was the worst. He did it twice. He did it twice.
He did it a bunch.
Yeah. I was like, all right, Miles, I got you. See, me and Miles, we got like the league. A lot of new people don't know. Me and Miles, we got X button gate. We got, but he can't say nothing now. From recent events,
Oh yeah, that's true.
he talking about swatting, and it turned off all the power in his house. I mean, this Madden ain't that good, but I don't know if I ever push square and all the power in my house go out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, who else did Royce lose to? He 3-2. Who else he lose
He
to?
lost to Mason and Nard.
Okay.
Nard in week 1, then he beat AJ, Dez, and me, and then he lost to Mason last week. And he plays AJ again. His schedule sucks because he's in Nard and AJ's division. I mean, he's fighting.
Why you do that? Why you do that,
What do
Mason?
you mean? Why'd I do that?
I
He won
mean,
the Jets.
okay.
What? Everybody either got the team or the people that they wanted.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, except for me, I took the cards. I don't think I wanted the cards, but I ain't went back in the north either. I mean the south. I'm sorry, I ain't went back in the south.
Mm-hmm.
So the car is actually dope. I actually don't like. I'm still kind of confused as to who's who. Like I was so used to like knowing exactly who was on the team at Premier. I still don't know who has what teams in this fantasy league for real, for real. But yeah,
you'll find out the top users pretty quick, honestly.
Yeah.
They're starting to get sorted out.
Yeah, sort of. Like Nard and Dez, they not even in the playoff race right now. I mean,
so let's talk about it.
Early, yeah, it's early, but Nard, hey Nard, man, I love you, dog. Like, I don't know if you ever know that. When I'm in the chat, man, just know what's up, dog, for real. But man, it'd be hard sometimes when Nard lose a game. I'll be like, man, I don't even know why I'm about to go in this chat. It's gonna be depressing as ever. For real. Everybody got lives, everybody got something to do. Some more than others, I'll admit that. But like I remember when I had my daughter or my son, that's when I won the Super Bowl. My first Super Bowl in Premier. So I ain't use that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nard and what's his name? Jacob. About to be fathers, right?
I don't know if Nard is. I do know Jacob is though.
Okay. Yo, I could have sworn you said something.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, if so, yeah, shout out to them.
Absolutely.
Like, life get
Congratulations.
real, man. Life get real. Like sometimes, like I always play my games. Like I turned into that 11 o'clock user. You know, I always used to talk about the 11 o'clock user,
Mhm.
the duns and the ties. Man, you can only play at 11 p.m. I mean, I turned into that just because the kids gotta go to sleep first before I pick up the sticks and play. Cause if
Mhm.
not, they gonna be in front of the TV sitting there. I can't even see half the field. Some people I could play that, play that way against, sadly, because they can't stop the run. So, but it's gonna be tough. But yo, just have fun with it. That's my motto. Even with the trash talk, just have fun with it. But yeah, let's talk about these guys.
Who are your most disappointing users right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dez. I'm gonna go with Dez. And the reason why I'm gonna go with Dez is because, like I say to him all the time, yo, it's on tape, bro. It's on tape. When you play against the good dudes, it's ugly. It's just the truth. It's the truth. Like, this ain't no bias. I think anybody would agree that's not being biased. When I'm watching the game, it's a difference without escape artists. It is. It really is. Now, if he get it with Mariota, good luck to everybody. He gonna trash everybody. But y'all said it's gonna take a couple seasons. Cool. But I'm gonna go with Dez. Um, Nard. It's hard to say Nard. It really is hard to say Nard. Because Nard, he want respect as the best user, but he get away with losing so many games too. And then, like I seen y'all talking about yesterday, he'll bring up the Super Bowl, but you can't bring up the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I gotta say Nard. Um, hey man, I don't know. Pride too. Pride, Pride defense be so good when he wanted to be, and then next game it don't be like it just disappear. I don't think he just be interested or something, but I'm gonna say Pride up there too. I don't think he has a win. Uh,
No, Prod is 0-5. Nard is 2-3. Des
crazy.
is 3-3.
Yo, I don't know. That's crazy. Pride is 0-5 to me.
Mm-hmm.
It is like that's
That is.
Jake. That's Jake on 0-6. Who the Falcons? Wheezy, who tear I'm in. He 0-6. Me and Wheezy the same level. Shout out to Gabe and Pride 0-5. That's crazy. I don't see Pride down there. Like I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
You
'Cause
left
I know
somebody out, which I think is interesting. But
what you say?
I
Oh,
said you
who
left
I
someone
leave out?
out.
Who I leave out?
Um,
Let me see.
as far as disappointments, I
Mm,
had to double check because like you said,
oh,
everyone's been changing. But Gut is 0-6,
oh,
0-4 since
gutter.
joining.
Yeah, gutter. Yo, it was weird.
But he might be tanking, so I don't know.
Yeah, gutter's definitely tanking. We're not allowed to tank. So yeah, gutter. What's up, gutter? But I'm gonna say this, and gutter knows this because I PM gutter. Gutter's by far my favorite player in Premier over the years. By far.
That's how you feel. I'm right here. That's crazy.
Yo, no, you the best player
Oh,
to me, but Gutter's my favorite player. He right now my favorite player, like right now today to watch, is the coach Bayu,
that's fair.
because he's going ham. Like I don't know if people watching his games.
No,
Like
it's
he got
definitely fun.
yeah, it's fun to watch. Like it's like okay, he's not waiting for routes we can see coming from a mile away.
Hmm.
It's like throwing Cooper open, like
Yeah,
he know the routes. And
yeah.
I think that's dope. I think that's like original. I ain't
Hmm.
see that in a long time.
Hmm.
Cause it's just beaters all over the place now.
Hmm.
But yeah, with Gutter, I told him, I'm like, yo, man, when you gonna go play like yourself? Gutter used to see, people don't know, Gutter used to come on the defense and everybody would just be at the, like, it would be like a defense where everybody was standing
That's
at the first down line.
That shit was fucking
You'd be
cool.
like, it's a straight line defense. It's like you don't know who the linebackers are. You don't you don't know where the corner, and you couldn't do nothing. You couldn't beat it. You couldn't run on it. Nothing. I really studied this dude's play style. I really did. And I was like, all right, this dude, I gotta learn how he does this. Um, yeah, he's not doing it. And that's what I'm saying. It's hard. It's really hard this year because it's people playing a little different. Even you playing a little different. Like you really got cats thinking you don't have no offense. I never heard that until Dez, AJ, and Mason joined that you don't have no offense.
It was when
Like I know who capping. I watch these games. Everybody know I watch the streams. I
mhm,
know what's up. I know what y'all cats be doing or what y'all not doing. It's just it's crazy out here. So yeah, Pride, Gutter, Dez, Nard, they are the four most disappointing right now.
mhm.
For no different reasons. What you got? That's the same for you?
Yeah, that's the same four for me. I think, I mean, the, people are gonna. By the way, real quick, because you said a lot there. One, Gutter, you're completely right about. I'm not trying to, when I say this, brag about what happened last year or anything like that. But in the Premier Super Bowls, just for those who weren't around, me and Gutter would play, and the games would be like what 17-14.
Yeah.
This
And it would be
defense,
like
and
a
it was the
last
one defense that could just. I was like, I don't know what.
it'd be like a last second prayer. I
Mhm.
remember them joints.
They weren't prayers; they were clutch ass drives, but it's fine. Um, but what would happen in in the in that league as well, when you talk about my offense, what I used to do a lot was roll out and run basically every play. Remember when I told you that first year I had Brady and Brandon beat me, and I was like, dude, I can't move. And then I went out, got an undrafted quarterback who just had 80 speed. And
Yeah.
last year you could just run on, like, you can't do that anymore. You
Yo,
can't.
remember I
So,
said that. I said that when we was going over the top 10 list and in that other podcast, the bias one, I was like, yo, see y'all understand, like
yeah.
this game is a lot different. If you had escape artists, you will win 3 bowls easily. It's the truth. I went out and drafted I got Mariota from John thinking I could move. You can't move. It was the same as Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Like you can't move. It's a lot of people offense dependent on brain. He had Kyler, but like a lot of people offense dependent on getting out of that pocket. And it was hard to stop. This Madden, it takes that away unless you got escape artists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because the guys that's, saying otherwise, they can't throw from the pocket either. You know what I mean? So they went
Yeah.
out and they doing what you would do. Get out the pocket, throw open passes to the sideline. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we ain't gotta hate. Like, we could play around and troll like I do all day. Like, that's me all day. But we being realistic about it.
I just real quick, I just want to break down the numbers. These are two people who said that I couldn't pass because I'm just looking at them right now. Nard, he's played 5 games. He's throwing 62%, 700 yards, 4 touchdowns, 7 receptions. Um, Dez so far 1,700 yards passing, 57%, 8 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Me, 1,200 yards, 66%, 6 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. It is what
Right.
it is. We all have quarterbacks who can move a little bit, but we don't have escape artists. And it's the same numbers. The same numbers.
Yo, so hold on, I'm about to see who's leading the lead in quarterback sacks. Like who getting hit the
Honestly, quarterback sacks. Honestly, I think it's Bayu. As far as getting sacks, oh no.
Nah, it's Jake. Matt Stafford got sacked 37 times already.
Jake, what do we do,
Then
man?
John
On the ball.
sacked 31 times. Drew Brees. I'm surprised Drew Brees getting sacked 29 times.
He just throws it, man. He does not care.
Yeah. But Dez is, but all those, none of those users are the top 10. Dez is definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He in sixth place behind Jameis Winston. 24 sacks. Sacked 24 times. 13 picks, 8 touchdowns. Man,
Like, it is what it is, man.
57% passing. Like I said, I mean, I like they call it hate or whatever. Everything is hating really. Like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, it don't matter who you are. You got an opinion against somebody that you don't agree with, or you hating. But I know people agree with me when we talk about this stuff. We see the games, we know what's up. You know what I mean? Like we know what's up. It's a lot of back and forth. Speed don't matter, but you draft speed at quarterback. Pass. Hold on. Here's the best one. Pass rush don't matter. Pass rush not defense, but then go get 3. You know what I'm saying? And then you get carved up by Deshaun Jackson, and you trade one of those for a corner that the man Jacob beat and played against all premier. Real had Ramsey at 99. You know what I'm saying? You're not using Ramsey, so the excuse of I'm not real, it don't matter. It's still cover 3. It's still man. Whatever. You're not using Ramsey. I mean, am I wrong or like I don't get it.
I don't think passing was the big problem that Dez had against Jacob,
Right,
but
right. And that's what I was laughing at when I was like, you know what? I just realized that ain't gonna stop Barkley. You know what I mean? Like we doing X's and O's, that's a bad move. You ain't gotta play against Mason, EA. You ain't gotta play against Mason. You ain't gotta play against you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to stop that. You're gonna have to stop that inside zone. People don't real like I ain't gonna say people don't realize, I think people know, but Jacob's inside zone is lethal. And that's why them seams be wide open.
especially with Barkley now. I
Yeah,
mean, I
yeah.
saw him. He was playing yesterday against Bengals. Shout out, by the way, to Nard's nephew, Bengals. Who's a good player. And it was like,
Yeah. I watched a little bit of that this morning. I wound up watching some. I'm like, okay, he not getting trashed, so that's good.
nah, he can play. And I just watched the play, and Jacob literally ran inside zone, and I'm talking about cut back over the right tackle, and it was going to the left. And I was like, what the hell do you do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you like? I was like, wow, okay. And like he picked up 10 yards, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Like you can't stop that. Like if you have that kind of ability, and Jacob knows how to use it now, the more he gets comfortable with what Barkley can do. I mean, the biggest thing was Barkley, I think, had over 100 yards receiving as well. And I remember him asking me, should I get McCaffrey or Barkley? I was like, I mean, McCaffrey's 99, but like Saquon. And you can see what he's doing with Saquon. Saquon's ridiculous.
Yo, McCaffrey is a beast though. I played him. I had to play him like but he get hurt too much.
He's
So
not. He's not Barkley.
nah, okay. Yeah, you might be right. See, I
Barkley
played
is jukebox
McCaffrey
and
for
spin. He can do jukes and spins.
oh, okay.
He can do both. Like, not Barkley. But real quick, one thing I did want to bring up because again, all I've heard from these are the two people who, for the most part, have said my offense is boring. I don't do this. I don't do that. And Des and Nard, and I have to bring Gut into this as well. Those are 3 guys who had escape artists for the majority of the premier cycle. And right now, as we told you, Des is 3-3, Nard's 2-3, and Gut is 0-6 without it.
6. Yeah, that's crazy.
It definitely matters whether you want to admit it or not. It definitely changes a lot of what you can do. And I'm telling you, and people don't. This is the biggest thing. It's not about what you can do offensively to go down the field. The biggest thing that I don't have anymore because I can't roll out is the ability. Like you're sitting there and like, oh shit, nothing's open. I just want to get rid of it. You can't do that if you can't move,
Oh,
or it's a intentional grounding. Like, we can't do the little Brady throw it in the dirt thing. So, like, you either get out of the pocket or you get sacked, you get intercepted. And once you realize there's nothing there, you're just like, okay. Instinctually, I'm like, all right, press a button. You know what I mean? Like, press a button, and sometimes it's going to be a good decision, sometimes it's going to be a bad one. And I pride myself on high completion percentage and low interceptions. But this Madden has not been that, and I've been throwing way too many picks. Be the first to admit it, but that's why. If you can't move out of the pocket and you're stuck in there and you're like, crap, now what do I do? When it's like 1 read, 2 read, 3 read, nothing open, like that's the difference. That's the biggest thing to me about escape artists. It's not that you can get big plays, which you can. You can roll out and you can do all that stuff with the beaters and roll out, hit a deep cross. That's not the biggest thing. It's the ability to save 2nd and 10 and not be in 2nd and 18 or force an interception. And it is what it is. It leads to wins and losses. You can see it. We're showing it now. Like, it's happening as we speak. And you've already seen Dez. Again, the rumor reports, and we can get into this now. We can get into the trades and everything that's happened. But we've already seen, Dez go out and try to get Russell Wilson. And in other news, what do you think have been, like, the biggest trade or some of the biggest trades? Who do you think is getting straight raped in there? Who do you think actually made a great move to make their team a lot better in these first 6 weeks?
I'll tell you this. I promise y'all, I came on here saying I ain't even gonna mention myself, like, at all. But I see how hard it is not to talk about yourself sometimes a little bit in these type of situations. But I'm gonna just use this as, it's not even really myself, it's a player. I went and got Casey Hayward for 1 and 3. And for 1 and 3, that's a lot for Casey Hayward. But I was more so thinking of the team aspect. I could not get pressure. Like, everybody was locked up. Bad O-line, good O-line, it didn't matter. It was locked up. Since I got Casey Hayward, in 2 games that I've had him, Sweat has 9 sacks. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's worth it getting Casey Hayward because it opened up for Sweat, who's the focal point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, when you think about it that way, like, I could say something a bad trade, and then to that person, though, it's a great trade because it's helping their team and their end game, their goal, their main goal.
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
I'll tell you a bad trade.
Yeah,
Allen
go ahead.
Robinson for a 1 and 3 is a bad trade.
Who is it?
Allen Robinson.
Oh yeah, that was
1 and
crazy.
3 is a bad trade. I don't care.
Yo, I ain't know, like, is Allen Robinson even like that? Like, I didn't understand
He's like
that at
90
all.
overall, 6'3". Gabe just got. He's not used to be. He doesn't know what the import drafts do, and he's just new. And Gutta just took advantage of the kid. Back room, put something in his drink. Said, "Look, Allen Robinson's gonna look real nice on your team. Just give me that 1 and a 3." Then Gabe did it. He's not regretting the decision. He's not crying. He's not like not trying to have him arrested, but he got raped.
Right. Nah, people trade, and I see Packers and Lions did a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Williams went to, who's the Lions? Zach. Zach gave up a Trent Williams.
Nah, Zach got Trent Williams. No. Zach got David Bakhtiari.
Okay. I see what happened. That's his punishment. I'm looking at.
Yeah, you're looking at
It's all messed up. Okay. So who he get? What happened with Zach and
Zach. Well, this is just he traded with Gutta. He traded for David Bakhtiari.
Yeah.
Left tackle is really good. For a 1 and a 2. A 1, a 2, and a 3. Jesus, Gutta. Man, Gutta's about to really win a bowl.
Yeah.
Crazy.
People don't realize what he's doing. But
I
it's
mean, if you don't, you're just not big. He's stacking his team.
And so the Packers trade, the Packers trade a 2020 second round pick to the Lions.
Yeah, we made him give up a 2 as well. He had to give up a 2.
Oh, right. Okay. Dang, man. Yo, don't swat no more. All right. Don't, yo, that's a lot, man. Listen, look what that did. Just don't swat. It ain't gonna take away a loss. It ain't gonna take, like, you still gonna get the loss. But don't lose 3 times. You lost 3 times. You lost the game. You lost the left tackle, whatever he had, you lost the pick.
Like, I mean, the rule is an immediate boot, and I'm not trying to boot people from a fantasy league.
Oh no, we
It's a
not.
lot of work. The B, it's like, everyone's here to have fun, and Miles has been a user forever, but you can't, like, you cannot fucking quit. Like, I don't, it's like, as the most obvious thing there, don't do that. There's no excuses for it. No, like, no, there's just none of that. I don't hear it. I mean, it is what it is. Plain and simple. What I will say, another trade we should talk about, and this is a big one. I don't necessarily want to call this good or bad because I think actually both people do benefit from this. But yeah, the Chiefs give up. The Chiefs trade Jalen Ramsey and a future two
Mm.
to the Browns for Cameron Jordan and a current 1 and 2 to the Browns. So that's, of course, Dez and Gutta, 2 stalwart users making a big trade. The Cameron Jordan part, that's going to be interesting since Gutta's tanking. He's not going to he's going to be a little older next year.
But I don't think he dropped though, because I remember when Dez had him, I was waiting. I was like, man, yo, get this dude off this man's team. I don't think he dropped for like another 2 years. Like the X factors, they don't really drop till they're like 33 or 32 or something like that. Crazy. But what's this? I'm gonna look at his schedule because maybe Gutta know what we know. You know what I'm saying? So Dez play AJ, Broncos. I don't really know who that is. Play Nard, Steelers, Trey Splash again, Steelers, Bengals. Okay, he plays me. Oh man, listen, week 15, get y'all popcorn. Uh, he played Jacob. Maybe Gutter was on to something with them picks. Cause I mean, the way Dez looking without escape, he might lose another 4 games. That gives him 7 losses.
I'm just gonna say this. This is the only thing. I don't think he loses. AJ's a toss-up. It really just depends. I think Jacob's gonna beat him. I think you're a toss-up. I think the Steelers games are gonna be very interesting. Those are gonna be, to me, what determines what happens.
Yeah.
If they split, Dez is in trouble. If Dez sweeps him, he's not. Because I had a lot of high hopes, but he's 3-3 now. Steelers user. And it's just a tough league. Honestly, the only difference between, for being real, the like top players and everyone who's above, I think you'd say like 26. Like the only difference is consistency. It really is. It's like late game situations, third down. Do you panic? Do you throw an interception? Do you pump the ball? How often do you do it? How many times do you let big plays? Do you drop games to users you shouldn't lose to? Like all that little stuff is basically that's the difference between like 6-10 and like 11-5. It's like really just that thin. That's how tough the league is. But what I will say is, I think if we look at the AFC as a whole, you got Jacob at 5-1, and this is where it's tough, right? Because Rod is 4-1 as the Titans, Bayou is 4-1 as the Colts. That means those are 2 spots, right?
Facts.
So that's huge.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because now, right after that is AJ at 4-2, Royce is 3-2, and that's Crew Brew at 3-3, Raiders at 3-2.
What did I say? Oh, apologize if y'all hear a lot of like motorcycles and bikes, man. It's Philly, man. That's what they do out here. But yo, if that's what I was saying to Nard, yeah, he used the April and it's late and it's work and all that. But I was saying to him like, yo, man, for real, y'all ain't got no space over there. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Dez and Jacob in one division. You talking about you and AJ in one division. That wild card you're going to need 11 wins.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
In the NFC it's kind of the same.
It's the same. It's it's
Yeah, it's the
it's
same.
it's
You're gonna need 11
yeah.
wins. You're gonna need 11 wins. Cats already got 3 wins, 3 losses. I'm sorry, like 3 losses already. Yo, I mean, if you care, you care. If you don't, you don't. Like, but hey, man, 5 losses, 6 losses, you done. You out. It's no ifs, ands, or buts right now.
Yeah, I
And
think.
then
Go ahead.
I said, and then you just gonna have to keep hearing people say, "Yo, man, without escape artists," and that was like your topic. Without escape artists, this is what's on paper. Didn't Nard one year? Then I think it got to him talking about escape artists and Mahomes. Then he changed the ability.
He was trying to get, I think, Omaha or something, but he didn't know what it
Right,
did.
right. And
And
he
then
didn't have escape, and he couldn't get away from nobody that year.
I'm
That
telling
was
you,
a
I
nine
think
and
it
seven year.
happened. That's what we were talking about this yesterday. That's what I thought happened.
Yeah.
But he says that he didn't have escape during the 16-0 year, and I was like, that's not. I don't think that's true. That's what he says happened. I'm
Nah.
like very certain that didn't happen, but that's okay.
I
This,
remember it was for 1 year, and then during that offseason, he changed it right back to escape artist. And that's the year he went 16-0. And he
no, he
lost
went
in the
16
first
0
round.
before the non-escape artist year. The
Okay,
non-escape
okay.
artist year was 9-7, and then it got changed back
Nah,
before.
he ain't have no escape artist and go 9-7. Stop it. Nah, don't even disrespect yourself like that and say with escape artists you're gonna lose 7 games. That's a lie.
No. He didn't have it the 9-7 year for sure. He says he didn't have it 16-0, but the year after the 9-7 year, he got it back because
Right,
everyone was
right,
allowed to
right.
re-roll or whatever. So everyone was getting their things back, and then he got it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, maybe
That for sure
definitely not
happened.
the
I don't
not.
know if he didn't have it during the 16-0 year. That's what he's saying. He said he went 16-0 without escape bars. I don't know.
How? No, it didn't. He had escape artists when he went 16-0. There's no way he was going 16-0 without it. I mean, people that had escape artists, they had undefeated seasons. Like it's on tape. It's on.
Mason had
It's
an undefeated season, and he didn't have escape artists. I don't believe.
who did
Mason, the last year 7.
the last year,
Also,
right? Right. Yeah. Year 7. Yeah. What did he
the
have? He had
99 overall
ability
D
though, right?
line.
Yeah.
He had
Well,
Howell.
that's pride. That's what I'm
I
saying
don't.
about
Did
project.
Howell have this? I don't think Howell had escape. He was X Factor, but I don't know if he had escape artists.
He
I,
had extra routes and all that craziness.
I wasn't sure about. I don't think he had escape
Oh
artists,
no, yeah, I will go check. I'm gonna go check afterwards.
but he
Um,
did have escape artists with Russell Wilson when he won the Super Bowl. So.
yeah, and that's
Again,
the thing.
I don't want to harp on this too much. So let's go to the NFC since we did the AFC breakdown. From the NFC side, by the way, I would say Juan would be a disappointing user, but he's 3-0 in his last. He's won 3 straight, and he
Mm-hmm.
seems to kind of have picked it back up. And y'all gonna let him win that division? So
No.
it's happening.
Well, I mean, hey, you know what? You might be right because I never actually.
Dead ass right. You had him right where you want him. All you had to do was beat him, and he would have 4 losses. And you'd have been
Yeah,
chilling.
yeah. You right about that. See, I don't. Again, I don't be worried about winning. Like it's weird. I really need to build this team, but beating Juan, you gotta say that for the playoffs. People know, like, Juan is second greatest all time. I mean, that's just my opinion. Yo, when if I can say that because I don't think I ever beat you. Maybe I beat you one time in Premier history. You know what I'm saying? This unbiased. I ain't gotta lie. Like Nard and Mason give me the most trouble out of everybody. Everybody else I beat. So if I say you're the greatest, to me you're the greatest.
Appreciate it.
Juan would be second. You know what I'm saying? I remember when you played on the Grandmom TV from 1950. That was hilarious. I was like, yo, this dude about to play with the red, white, yellow cord. And who'd you play? You won that joint, right? I mean, we talking about the greatest of all time. We gotta account for all time, right? So people that saying, oh, we like to talk about, seen that somebody said in chat earlier, but we always talk about previous years. I mean, yeah, it's still Premier. Like, we the same people. You know what I mean? So
Apparently that doesn't count, so I don't want to talk about it.
listen, that's stupid. That's stupid. So Jordan championships don't count now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make no sense. Still, the NBA still counts. Still Premier, it counts. You know what I mean? If y'all talking about the greatest of all time, y'all keeping count. You know, so Juan got 6 since he joined. You got 6, 7 since you joined Premier. Since he joined, man, y'all know that stuff. You know, it matters. It matters. But yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, real quick, we're 1-2 regardless. I don't really, honestly, I would call him. See, I can't do that though. It's like my pride. Statistically speaking, like but pride speaking, can't say it. But we're definitely 1-2, however you want to frame it. Now, if anyone has me like less than 2, you're being ridiculous. But that it is what it is. But real quick, I do want to get into the NFC. So right now we talked about it. Jaime is 6-0. Mason is 6-0 as well. I'm sitting there at 5-1. Ryan, who's been quiet, but he's like right there. I mean, been very quiet. Doesn't stream, so that's why we haven't really seen him. He's 4-1.
He ain't been talking that much either lately.
Not really.
He started off talking like crazy.
He doesn't have any problems to talk to me about now because we're all quarantined, so we're stopped.
Right.
But Ryan's 4-1. Real is 4-2. APO is 4-2 as well. Gabe is 3-2, and Juan is 3-3. I mean, Zach 2-2. Well, Zach's gonna be 3-2 as well. Miles gonna be 2-4. Just for that quick.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's really and keep in mind. So me and Mason being in the same division, I think right now you could project. That's 2 spots right there, and that's a wild card spot gone.
Mm-hmm. See?
So now everything else in the air, and the Panthers, he looks like he's running away with it. Ryan, again, he still has to play the rest of his division, but they seem all emotional right now.
Yep.
So he looks like he should have that under control. He just calmly has been winning games. And Real, for right now, who else is in the South? Yeah, I mean, he just, geez.
Yeah.
Real. I'm sorry, Panthers. So Real's at 4-2.
Right.
Like a big, and then you guys are all at 4-2, 3-3 as well. So
right. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part, like, because you can't predict, like, because Jaime is playing so well, it messes it up for like people you would think is better than Jaime or will make the playoffs before Jaime.
Yep.
No, Jaime ain't lose yet.
Nope.
So he taking the spot.
Yep.
If he get 5 more wins, it's a wrap. And looking at his division, he probably played them. You know, he probably didn't even play his division yet. I don't even know his schedule.
He played Jake twice.
Okay, so he still got 4 more games in his division. You know, if he
played Jake twice. Yeah, that's it. So he still has Cliff twice, and he still has Real twice.
So, okay, now we're going to say he's going to beat Cliff. Cliff is the homie, but let's just say he's going to beat Cliff twice. All right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
I'm not even going to say anything.
Real, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting because he got Aaron Donald.
That's a good point. Those 2 Real games are going big time.
Yeah, that's
big. I'm sorry, real quick. I'm not gonna enforce this right now, honestly, because everyone's streaming. But in future podcasts, we're gonna keep it more week to week, like not week to week, but you know what I mean, like every 4 weeks.
Yeah. Let's do
will not get talked about unless you stream your games. Period. That's what it is. Rule is. We want to see the whole point. We're all bored. Like, we want entertainment. We need it at this point. So I keep posting up the highlights. So I posted this up to YouTube as well. So I'm doing all this crap. I'm like, look, man, everyone's just bored. I'm doing it so that A, I have something I can work on myself while I'm just sitting at home. Like, the highlights do take time. But B, it's because it's more entertaining for the league when stuff like that's going on. Like, if you guys want me to, I'd cost you like $5 a year. But if you wanted to, send me games that I can do highlights for anyone else. You just have to save them on your Twitch. But you will not get talked about unless you stream your games, because it just helps the betterment of the league. And that's part of where this league is based on shit. If you're new, hello. If you're old, you already know this. And, it is what it is. I'll just wait. Me and APO do it all the time. I guarantee you Dez, AJ have kind of picked up on it as well. Juan has started doing it now. People just wake up and they're like, I want to start some shit today, right? Like, I'm just bored and I want to do this today. And I see something, and because someone's always talking in the chat, it's like, hey, I'm jumping in. Yesterday, Stinking Nard were talking. I was like, you know what? I'm bored. Let me just tee off, just because I can, right? Y'all know I do it and still get mad about
it. Yeah.
So
well, because you like a good troll knows you gotta actually like have a point to still though. Like you can't be like Gabe. You know what I mean? Like Gabe did today. That was terrible trolling. Like, that was weak. At least have a little point in there where it make people think like, oh shoot. You know what I mean? Because truthfully, we trolling Dez. We know Dez good, but escape artist, bro, you good with escape artist. Not really so much without it. It is what it is. It's trolling, but at the same time, there's some truth to it. We got the game tape. We see it. AJ, the same. Listen.
I'm gonna say something about AJ.
That's a good topic we got. Let's go into AJ real quick.
So AJ, the thing is, I've kind of chilled on AJ because I actually think, right now, this could be easily proven wrong. I actually believe that, this is gonna be. I think that AJ, everything even, is actually a better player than this. I personally believe, because he has change ups in his game. Now the problem is the issue with AJ is his defense just isn't good, right?
Yeah.
So his defense is the reason where I'm even like tempted to say like, not really, or he's not right there. But yeah, I definitely would say that total as a player, I think that AJ is a little bit better, just a little bit. And the only reason is because we haven't seen him as much with escape artists, with those abilities,
Yeah.
I got a lot of here. Continue.
No, I'm trying to I'm looking at AJ's stats. So he number 1 in offense in the AFC. He's let me see. 7th in passing defense. And he's 2, 3. Yeah, he's still getting run on. He could be top 10 defense in the AFC, but he giving up the run. He like 15th in run defense. So, I mean, I think AJ just wants the stats.
Yeah, I just think that, just honestly, total, that's just where I feel right now. I've played both of them enough to come with that. And again, they both had souped up teams. So they were both kind of different challenges.
Right.
But I think as just someone who's more balanced, who can run the ball, who can actually scare you with the running game, AJ definitely could do that. We've seen him do that. The problem is, I will say this is kind of the one differentiator. Dez is a clutcher player, right? Like, he will never completely, as much as we give him shit, he'll never completely implode early. And I think and a lot of people, by the way, please listen to this when I say this. The the quickest way to get better is to remember that it's a long game, that you're going to be sitting there for 40 minutes, and you don't want to ruin it in the first 15.
Right.
And one thing Jazz normally does not do, especially in big games, is quickly implode and be like, boom, it's over. What we've seen AJ do mainly against Juan, because Juan just has like space in it. But we've seen him early in games just collapse. All of a sudden, boom, one big run. He's like, fuck. He's in the chat cussing. He's yelling on the stream. But you can just tell, and that's just I think honestly it's just because he's a younger guy, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I will give him credit and I don't want to take this lightly at all. To stay through Premier for 7 seasons, get hounded, never win a Super Bowl, always get close, but still get a lot of shit because you're close and because you're and you're in close proximity to Dez, Juan, Mason, playing those big games. It's whether it is a video game, but it's pressure. I mean, I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody
it's pressure.
says.
Heck yeah, it's pressure. That's why cats throwing interception. Yeah, I be telling Real that on the polo. Everybody know me and Real on the polo. Shout out to the polo. I'll be like, yo, that ain't you getting hit, bro. Why the freak you just throw that because that man was coming off the edge? That's why I don't even throw the ball, man. I'd be like, yo, look, because when I be sitting back there, I be looking at the offensive line get shedded, and I just throw the dumbest. I'm like, it ain't me getting hit. And that's what I'm saying. Yo, that's what I be saying. Yo, if I'm gonna sit down in front of the game and play it and spend my time on it, I care about it. I can't play it without caring about it. Cause when I be seeing stuff going on the field, or I can't stop the run, I be having real feelings like, yo, man, this is getting on my daggone nerves. Or Aaron Donald about to come lay me out. I'm gonna throw this bad interception. Nah, yo, it's real.
Yeah.
Madden be having you on your feelings.
Yep.
It really do. But on that topic of AJ, what's funny is I was thinking, isn't it kind of funny that is his name Mason too? Like, didn't he spell it like with 2 O's or something, or was that because he's the second Mason?
No, that's a different Mason. That's Mason. So Mason and AJ are 2 different.
Mason. All right, so look, Mason, you wrong, man. You gonna go get the Cowboys because AJ the worst Cowboy user in Premier history. You gonna go you gonna go get the Cowboys, try and win it this year with Mahomes and hold it over your boy head. That's messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people notice that, but that's so wrong. He could have had anybody else. He was like, look, let me go help little brother out and win this bowl with the
In
Cowboys.
fairness, he's a Cowboys fan and he knows I'm an Eagles fan, so he was like, I want to be in your division. I was like again, I gotta deal with this, but whatever.
Took the Giants, man. What's up with everybody in the East Division rivals, man? That's what make the East so special.
Me and John chilling though. Prot's talking a lot of shit for someone who can't beat. We'll or anybody, but it's fine. It's okay.
Yo, for real, the Cowboys, like the Cowboys, not even. I mean, the Eagles not the Cowboys' actual rival. The Redskins is.
Oh, please. I'm not getting this right.
That's the truth. I'm sorry, Mason. I'm sorry, but that's the truth, though. But again, you're not really wrong. Everybody in the East is rivals. But I would say that Cowboy Redskin rival is definitely number 1 on the list. That's the real one right there. But you Philly fans y'all something else.
Whatever, man.
But yeah, all right. So I didn't know he was a Cowboy fan though. I didn't know he was a Cowboy fan. Next topic. We should go rewind top 10 list. I think we should say that for last.
It's the same top. I mean, well, yeah, we should. Real quick.
He sent it to me.
He did.
Yeah. He sent it.
Real quick before we do that, just really quick, I want to talk about a couple of the games coming up.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Just like next week. So next week we got some big ones. Let me look at it right now. I think only like a couple now that I'm like really scrolling down it, but oh no. So we have Ryan versus Real. Can you tell Real to stream, please? What is this?
Yeah. I don't know why. You know what Real? Why he don't stream? Because he was in the division. Remember all right, let's go into history of Real fast. The reason why some of us give him so much respect because we actually seen him dominate a division with Juan and Nard in it. People forget that, yo. He dominated the
I
division.
wouldn't say dominated.
No, he did. He beat them. He beat them every time they played. Like, remember, he was holding them on like 3 points or something crazy. I was like, yo, what the freak is this?
How he didn't dominate it, but he was competitive in it.
Yo, didn't he beat Juan this year? Or am I tripping? Like, didn't he just beat Juan?
He didn't. I don't know. Yeah. Let me look it up. Real is a good. The thing is like, yeah. Honestly, we obviously give respect to people who've been doing it for a while. Let me look it up.
Yeah, he beat him week 3, 30-21.
Mm-hmm. And he was in a division. You're right, with Nard and Juan, and that division.
That was good.
Yeah, it was a good division. It was a lot going on in that division. Man.
Yeah, yeah, facts.
I don't really remember who missed or who didn't, because every time in the playoffs, that division was so weird because it was like players who had earned their respect, right, and all that, and they'd been there for years and they'd been competing, but then they'd get in the playoffs and they wouldn't win anything.
Yeah, I know.
Running to Gutta, and Gutta was just whoever the hell was in the West.
Yeah.
Or you the one you were on them?
Yeah.
So that was why that was such a weird division, because it was like people we respected him until Juan eventually broke through and won. Just a little.
Of course.
He won twice. But yeah, before that it was like, man, it was like Nard would get in and just lose. Real would scrap his way in and then lose in the first game. It was crazy. And I think what happened to some degree is what happens in a tough division is you kind of adapt to the way that the other person that the person you can't beat is playing.
Mm-hmm.
But Last Man was much more explosive, much more passing. And so it wasn't until Juan ended up getting like 99 speed wideouts and shit, which I didn't know until I even played him in the bowl the one time. But he just had all the speed. He learned how to pass because he was like, shit, everyone's running these beaters with all the speed, and passing is king this year, so I'm going to do it. Which is funny because, everyone gives me shit for playing like Juan, but he whatever. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You adapt to the situation. That's what, honestly, why people hate Madness, because they can't adapt to situations.
Hey, yo, it's cool. This like, I'm looking at the schedule. This whole year is tough because of how we set the divisions up. Like, we kind of try to do like a time zone thing. Like, all right, who matches who in the division? Mm-hmm. When they could play. Like, we really put some thought into these. You did most of it, but we really was like planning like around. Like, all right,
yeah,
we need to put these two people together because the game's gonna get done, and right now it's showing.
And people, by the way, also told me who they would want in their division to make it easier.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it wasn't no. People would be like, "Yeah, I want him and him." Like Jacob and Dez were immediately like, "Hey, by the way, that is going to become a rivalry really soon."
Yeah, it should.
Buddy right now. I'm telling you,
it should.
I'm telling you, let's think beat him again. Let that happen 2-3 more times. Let Dez miss the offs. Oh my God! Watch what happens.
You know it's
you see it with stinking Nard. It's there. Like, you can't. Eventually, when you keep playing someone, you can't really. Me and Juan were at that point like a couple years, and we just kind of got like,
y'all was
like a mutual respect point, but it took years. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all was meeting every year.
It's just me like, yo, fuck them. Like, it's what happened. Like, yo, fuck them.
Yeah. Okay, so Jacob and Juan play. Okay, that's got to be number one. Whoa. See, it's not. It's actually not number one.
Nah, it's not. It's next week. I'm telling you. So it's Ryan. Yeah, it's Ryan and Real, which is a great game.
Yeah,
Jacob and Juan. It's another great game, by the way. Next week, it's AJ versus Royce again. We need these spaced out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
We do, but it's not going to happen. But I would love it.
Play y'all games.
AJ Royce is big time. Juan Stink is a huge game for a lot of people. Dez needs Jacob to lose. Juan needs to keep winning to keep pace in the NFC West because, like you said, it's a really crowded wild card. I think that it looks like maybe only one person from your division gets out.
He can't lose 4 games. He can't. Because he still got to see. He can't. He got other people on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy. He actually has the hardest schedule, user wise, in my opinion, in the division. I'm glad I beat Jacob now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I won that game. So now he gotta go take care of business.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, two Masons teeing off.
Man, that's
Me
gonna be.
versus Mason.
Yo, can you
6-0
play him?
versus 5-1.
Can you play him seriously? Like,
What do you mean?
like playoff Mason. There's an actual saying in the league, and we say playoff Mason. Just play him, yo. It is a playoff game for real. It's too
I haven't
tight,
heard that term in a minute.
yo. Playoff Mason, this man. I want to see it. I just want to see it, cause actually he's another one, and that was one of the topics. Is this showing we were right about some people being better with abilities and without abilities? We are seeing people better with abilities and without. John right now dominating because he got the ability. A lot of people don't. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
let's be real. Dez, not so much. AJ, to your point, playing better right now on even playing field. He looked way better. Um, so I want to see what he about, but it's kind of hard because he got Mahomes. I don't know if your team you got Khalil Mack, but I don't know. We're gonna see. That's what I want to see. I want to see it. He
Mm-hmm.
came in, he got Prod team. That team was like crazy.
Probably needs to
Like,
stop doing shit like that
yo,
too. It's
he
really pissing
does.
me off.
He does. He does. He really does.
Stop
Like,
trading your best players. Stop. No, you can trade your best players. I don't care about that. Stop trading your teams away when you built them to be 97
yo,
losses. They all end up.
they all end up winning.
Yeah.
Was it last year or season 6 where it was like two of his teams was in the playoffs or something
Last
crazy like that?
year, he
Yeah,
built
yeah.
the Tex.
Come
All
on, man.
three of them were the Bills team, the Texans team, and the Steelers. All in the
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Yo, this man can't be sitting there 0-6, 0-5. Prod the man, though. I appreciate Prod. But
Nah,
yo,
I
come
do
on.
love Prod. You just can't beat me. So
Prod always show when we play. Watch when he play me, he gonna be on some I'm gonna do everything right bull
he
crap
shows up. So
all the time.
really quick, what's funny to me always in these situations, because again, I've been harping back to it, and I said it today because it's like I was like, why in the world do the people who've been around me the longest in the league sometimes? And by the way, keep in mind, for those who think I talk now, you don't know. You don't know anything about talking. Like the way I used to talk in there,
Mm-hmm.
you've heard the story. I used to cross the line. People used to have hits out on me. It was
Yeah, I
different.
tried to kill Mason one. I tried to kill him one time. Yeah, right at Temple. I tried to kill Mason at his college. Yeah, yo, you're right. You're right. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of sensitivity now. It really
Y'all,
is a lot of
y'all don't even
sensitivity.
know. Y'all don't even know what like I used to be saying to dude. Like I can't even. Oh my! I'm talking about anything that used to pop my. I'm so much more restrained now. People still think like, oh, you just you
But
don't.
you know why that is though. Energy is real. We don't have ramp. Ramp used to get everybody that negative energy in the chat. Everybody used to feed off of that bull crap. Him when I used to see him and Nard talk to each other, I used to be like, oh, this is they really serious. Like it's personal.
Yeah.
For real. I used to be like, oh, he going at his neck on some personal stuff over this win
Yeah.
or this loss.
Yeah.
We don't have that no more. We got the Jacobs that he get mad because I talked to Dez the wrong way or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen that a couple times. I'll be trying to talk smack and somebody pop in and be like, why are you saying that to him? They're like, what? So
It's
you got
gonna. Yeah, it's a little more click based now. That's the
yeah,
other thing. Is
yeah.
when I originally came up in Premiere, there was like there's none of that. Like it's you. There was no one going to be like, hey, this player is really good. No, it's fuck that. You come in here, you got to talk, you have to talk unless you're GGA. Because there's just going to be too many people always trying to discredit you, which still happens now. So that's true. But it was also, there was none of this, like, defending somebody else. Like, the
Right.
only thing I said in defense of anybody else so far has been like, hey, Juan is a GOAT. But other than that, I don't defend people. Like, no.
Well, remember Matt? Matt used to do it all the time. Whoever was from New York, Matt used to be right there with him.
That's true.
So we had defenders, he was one of them.
That's true, but it wasn't with no. I mean, I guess at that point they kind of were, but it wasn't with, like, the top people. Top people were never like, hey, we have our clique, and you come with one of us. Like I'll give you an example. Like, on the same end, I would be like, yeah, like, Nard's a really good player, but on the same thing, I would still talk shit to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with Gutta, it'd be like, yeah, Gutta's a really good player. That's why Gutta doesn't like me now, by the way. Because, like, back then, he's still reckless. Gutta definitely just doesn't like that shit. But it would be the same thing, It'd be like, man, like, he's a good player, but still, when it's time to talk shit, it's time to talk shit. There's bigger cliques, you can tell. Now, the funny thing about it is people who defend Juan has no problem taking shots at them, and it's hilarious. It makes me laugh at this guy because I'm like, they still don't understand. Like, and Dez and AJ do it to each other a little bit. Juan, interesting because Mason never crosses the line, but he shit talks.
Nah, he doesn't. He started to a little bit, and I said something. I was like, oh man, he got the second bowl, and now he, like, really talking now. Like, he don't need O-line. And okay, when you run into the right person, you'll see. You know what I mean? I can only speak off of what I know. When I played him with the Bills and he got that crosser with Cooks, the motion crosser, that was the only time he scored. Like, that was 14 points. I lost by 3 or whatever the freak it was. You know what I mean? I can only speak from my experience. You can't if we meet and you don't have an old line, and that's one of the best things I do, I don't expect you to win. Or when you go play Aaron Donald or, Khalil, we're going to see, Khalil Mack, you already know, Mason, come on, man, I don't want to put the game plan out, but I hope you know what to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what to do.
Okay,
now, the question's only going to be is Diggs going to get deep? That's it. That's the only thing I'm concerned.
Hey, listen. We're going, like you said, stream y'all games. Like, we playing the hell out of these games fast. Stream y'all games because, like, we're going to really start doing X's and O's. It's cool to take shots and have these, like, fun podcasts, but I really want to start doing some X's and O's.
I agree.
It'd be good.
Yeah, I told Royce how to save his streams. If anyone needs help with that, let me know. If you want us to just go over a couple of your games with the X and O's, like APO said, we can go over them. I can edit them, break them down. We can talk about specific players, what your game plan was in a certain week. We can do a lot of things. And again, this is all about, to me, trying to get this YouTube off because I don't know if y'all noticed, but I put some, a little point to it, and then the first video got 140 views the first full game. The highlight video has 100. So this is not like, this isn't something I'm just throwing out there. Like, I'm actually trying. Right. And I think with the personality of this league, like, it definitely could take off, especially with and just be
yo, real quick before we go, Mason, I'm gonna read you what's his name? Juan's list real quick.
Yeah.
So he had White Mason beat Desmond in the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
He has Desmond number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy, but I had to do it too. But it's abilities, man. I guess so. Number 3, he got him. Yeah. But he did it against Jacob. I'm sorry, man. Listen. I'm sorry.
What's that? Jacob made Super Bowls, man. You can't just say it was against Jacob.
Yo, matchups matter, man. For real. It really does. In the Premier, it really does matter. Like who you beat, who got hot, who wasn't hot, who went away, who came back. All that stuff really do matter in Premier. Because they got the kid Roderick on here. Roderick, is he in the league right now? Or did
Yeah,
he stop playing?
Rod's
Yeah.
4-1. He's the Titans.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. All right, so yeah, we good. Yeah, Premier, dang, Premier strong, bro.
Premier's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
Really
Premier.
is top.
I thought he retired.
Nope.
Dang. Yeah, it's tough over there, y'all. It's tough in that AFC. I'm a fan of that. But he got himself third. I guess he's Phil, right? He's Phil. Who's Uncle? Oh, Nard. Okay, Nard fourth.
Mm.
See, that's what I'm saying. Taco fifth. You and Nard, y'all gotta switch spots. Because if we're gonna talk about divisions and wins, you had a tougher division, and I'm pretty sure you won more games because you wasn't going 9-7 and winning your division.
So I looked it up. Nard had 10 more wins than me overall.
Over the Premier history.
In the regular season.
What about playoffs?
Playoffs? I have a picture.
Because the
Playoffs.
Jets was Roderick, right?
Playoffs. He was 8-6. Playoffs. I was 8-3.
Yeah, I mean that matters because you had like what Alpha in there. You had Ramp. You had
Alpha wasn't in his division. Alpha was the Jets. He had
no,
Ramp.
but he played him. He played him in the playoffs. What I'm talking about.
Yes.
Like he has like an Alpha win, a Ramp win. Who else? He might. I think he beat Gutter too, right?
Probably. Gutter
Because
lost to the
Gutter,
same person.
Gutter kept
Lost to
losing to the
Jets
Jets.
like
Yo,
4 straight years. Crazy.
yo,
Bad matchup, man.
yo. It's Premier all about matchups.
It really is all about matchups. There's no question about it. I've never seen any, and I think in other years it would be a little different, but this year specifically is definitely straight up matchups.
Right. Well,
Other years it'd be like a couple play. It would be like I think like 5 or 10 is just better. But there could be you could be great as you want to be, and there could be someone who's like mid-20s and they just give you hell.
Yep. And you know, I figured out because I missed the playoffs once or twice, right? And I figured it out. It was every time I lost to KO.
Mm.
You know, I would beat KO by 30, but then I would lose to him by 3. And that one loss would be an NFC loss between me and whoever else had a wild card or something. Like Premier, you gotta show up and play every game. Like you really do, or you gonna get caught.
For me, whenever I would miss, it would be because the Lions user was playing really well that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
year. One time it was Blade and he was like 12-4. The other time it was the first Lions user and he was like 12-4. He had an easy schedule and then he beat me once and then I beat him. But I had the second place schedule.
Some of them years tainted though, because remember, it was like 2 years where it was just sim wins all the way. See, it's age of the apocalypse now, man. Yo, we not doing the I'm sim winning to the playoffs nonsense. Yo, fake it till you make it. If you want to lose the game and get a better draft pick, still play your freaking game, please, because like people got money on the line, they got trophies, they got we putting our time in. So for you to just be like, oh man, I'm gonna just tank. It's cool. It's understandable. It happens. But like, Cats was getting like Jime that one year when he made it. He wasn't even showing up, and he got like 5 sim wins to the playoffs or something. You remember this year I'm talking about?
John?
Yeah, Jime did
John
with the
didn't make the playoffs.
49ers.
John didn't make the playoffs.
With the 49ers? Yes, he
No.
did.
No, he didn't. Bayu did.
Yeah. He went. I'm telling you, he went like 11. He got like 11 wins.
John did not make the. I'm telling you right now, John did not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I can't go back and look. I'm trying to tell you.
John himself said he didn't make the playoffs this year in Premier.
So maybe I'm thinking the Lions then.
You're probably
I
thinking
remember
of
somebody got like 5 sim wins end of the year to the playoffs. And I remember people like Miles, myself, Zach, we looking like, yo, there ain't even no point for us to play. You know what I'm saying? That would be the one. That's the only flaw with like Madden leagues, period, is end of the year. You know, we working on something like incentives or whatever for people that play. Like I think we was doing a development upgrade, right? At one point we did it one time, it worked, and then we stopped.
Yeah.
You
People
know,
don't like giving out development upgrades. Just
right. Well, if the user bad, it don't matter.
also very true.
You know what I'm saying? I think it like if you want in I mean it doesn't always have to be superstar, the X factor. Nah, somebody normal that you like, I make them star. You know what I'm saying? Take it. Somebody gonna take it. It makes it better when APO can actually lose to Cliff or sorry, but like I'm just using people that got
Damn,
gutter
Cliff is just listening to the podcast like, yo.
gutter. Yo, I'm coming at Cliff, man, because Cliff hilarious, bro. He funny. I've been talking to Cliff since yesterday. Before our game, after our game. Yo, Cliff, man, is funny.
That's my guy, yo.
Funny dude, yo. So I'm just coming at him because I know it's gonna be funny later. But yeah, man. I guess that's it. This game next week, week 7, man, we're gonna be Stream City. Got the Mason Bowl. You got Juan and Jacob. And you know what? That's one thing that I like about Jacob. Jacob don't take no games off.
Mhm.
I don't see him take games off.
Jacob does not. Jacob kind of reminds me of
Like Rain will take games off. Rain takes games off. Nard, he takes games off.
because Jacob hasn't won one yet, so he's got
hungry.
that before you win hunger.
Yeah.
And that's it's like that shit.
And I'm gonna say this,
he'll take a game off here or there though.
Yeah.
Jacob just never does.
Yo, a lot of this stuff not in the chat, but it's like talked about in the PM or outside of the chat. Yo, listen, if it's year 7, year 1, year 3, whatever, it matters, yo. All these Super Bowls, games, if it don't matter to one person, that ain't mean it gotta matter to you. When you get that trophy, it's gonna look exactly the same. It ain't no smaller trophy because it's late. That $300 gonna be more than the season 1. You know what I'm saying? Money. So it might not matter to them, but if you up and coming and you want that $300, it's gonna matter a little bit more to you than that $50 or $60 somebody else probably got. Back in September. So yo, just keep playing, keep having fun. Like this 45 minutes out the day, that's just like, it's good. Everybody, I've been in Premiere, I think it's 7 years, 8 years now, or something crazy like that. Hey man, I ain't leaving. It's been my only leave for a while. So for it to still be going strong, that's a testament to the core users. And for real, the core users, they changed. So, it's really obvious who the core users actually are now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Y'all got the list. Y'all know who's tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want to say as well is, and obviously it doesn't affect your tier rating, anything like that, but for people who are like, this might not go why wouldn't it? We have nothing else to do. It's moving faster than you could say the last week.
Yeah. Cliff just said that to me today. I was like, whoa, we gone 3 seasons, bro. We got a waiting list. We do
have a waiting list.
You might not go, but there's other people waiting to get on.
There's people who are like, yo, people who left and they're like, yo, add me. People who I asked to join and they were like, nah, I'm good. Now they're like, yo, let me get on the waiting list.
Yeah.
People
Yeah, Premier not going nowhere. Like,
You have nothing to do sitting around.
yeah,
The only
yeah,
reason that the Premier will ever, the only reason Premier normally stops, again, because people don't know this, is like me, for instance, I like playing basketball in the spring and it just gets warmer and you just want to go outside more and you don't want to be on the game. Well, I can't.
mm-hmm.
So fuck.
Mm-hmm. That core
It's
user
really
stay
crazy.
in the league, Premier gonna run. That's just how it is. The core users stay, and we got a great new group of cats. I give them crap or whatever, but it is what it's just.
Now they definitely Dez, AJ,
Hey,
Mason,
great.
Rod as well. They
Bayou, all them cats, great.
Bayou as well. They definitely re-energized the league, and Bayou was not fucking with the league at first, and now he's all about the
Uh,
promotion and the average because it's just fun.
uh,
Honestly, when you just
my favorite player,
when you,
Bayou,
yeah,
gutter
his
man.
games, by the way, if you haven't seen the Colts, his games are the most fun.
Watch his game. I'm telling
And
you, watch that man games.
I obviously want you to watch mine, but I play a little rigid, a little boring because I'm just about wins. But he throws that thing with Drew Brees, man. Some people said you can't win with Drew Brees.
Nah,
Can't
yeah,
throw a
yeah.
ball with Drew Brees, but
Somebody did say that. I ain't gonna say his name. Somebody did say that. That's crazy. That was the craziest thing. Yo, man, pass
Drew
rush
Brees
ain't.
isn't good enough. What? I got Mr. Trubisky. Drew Brees
Uh,
isn't good enough?
yo, man, my man be saying some wild stuff, and he get away with it too because everybody love him. He be saying some wild stuff. I just be like, all right, that's the best excuse I ever heard in my life, and it don't make no sense.
I'm
Pass
looking at
rush.
84 throw power just dropping bombs on dudes, leading the league in touchdowns and shit.
I think his stats is like, I think I look, it was like 20 to 11, 20.
20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. With
Yeah,
64,
he going
he
crazy.
throws bombs and completes a lot of passes too.
Yeah, he
Like
going
it's
crazy.
high efficiency, but still down the field. Very impressive. He does lead the league in yards, just a little bit behind. Dude, his numbers in Mahomes are right there. Right there.
Right.
It's
That
not
is one
crazy.
thing I wanted to bring up. Breeze actually playing better, right? Than Mahomes.
Breeze in one less game than Mahomes has 2,000 yards. Mahomes is 19, 20 touchdowns to 11 picks. Mahomes is 20 to 10 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
And Mahomes is averaging 330 yards a game. Drew Brees is averaging 404.
Yeah, that's crazy.
404.
Amari Cooper out here with 869 yards, 37.8 a pop.
He really should not he should just not trade Amari, bro. Amari's like every time he
He
just
keep trying to trade. He keep trying. Average per reception is 37 yards.
dude, he's got 20.
173 yards. 173 yards per game. I'm telling you. I told him after the first. I PM'd him. I'm like, yo, I don't know if I seen people play with a connection between a wide receiver like that before.
Yeah,
Like it be
it's crazy.
crosses, but nah, you running routes. It's crazy. Like it's like watching real football.
Yeah.
This is what it is. I
He
ain't.
times it up perfectly. And by the way, Amari, real quick, one thing you didn't say, and they can continue. Average run after the catch, 12 yards on
Yeah,
average after a catch. That's ridiculous.
that's messed up. That mean he wild open.
That's insane.
Yeah, that
Like,
mean he back catching. You back catch up to him.
he catches it, he's gone. It's a touchdown. It just is.
173 yards per game. That's nuts.
Mhm.
It was
I'd say
crazy. Is
12.
Chark averaging 88 yards a game. Kenny still averaging 74 yards a game. So
They're
you know what
all,
he doing.
yeah.
You know what Baylor doing. He coming out of 3 wide and he trying to carve people up. Period.
And he is.
And he is.
And
He
he is.
carving people up. Meanwhile, the Titans is sitting there. I ain't even PP was still in the league quietly, still dominating.
Just chilling. He got
Premier real,
Marshawn.
man. Premier ain't no joke.
But yeah, if you're gonna watch, I'd say if you're not gonna watch yours truly or APO, I'd definitely say Colts be most watchable. Mason as well with the Cowboys, definitely most watchable.
Yeah.
AJ, I give him a lot of shit for Jared Goff. AJ is again, we talked about not taking games off. AJ is really good at torching these dudes who can't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Like, and he really lights him. Oh, wow, Rod. I didn't even notice. Rod has Aaron Rodgers, 1,600 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Okay, so he throwing the ball better because
Yeah,
he
wow.
wasn't throwing with the Jets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it was
he
interesting
had the
because he
Jets, right? Yeah,
77% completion. Yes.
yeah.
He had Jake Fromm, and Jake Fromm just isn't very.
If he got 77 completion percentage,
That's crazy.
who he running with? What's his rushing yards?
Like
He
33
must
rushes with Marshawn for 7 a pop, like 250 yards. Nothing crazy.
what? Marshawn. Oh, he got Tyreek Hill. That makes sense.
Jets has Tyreek Hill.
He has okay. How do we let this happen?
That's Royce, bro.
Oh, I'm tripping, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
You are.
see, that's what I'm saying. I'm back in.
Yeah, you're back.
And I'm looking at the Jets. Yo, but seriously, hold on. Hold on, Royce, bro. You got Tyreek and Marquise. That's
Took Tyreek
dangerous.
sixth overall, and then
Yo,
Marquise.
that's so dangerous. Oh, where the Titans at?
It is, but he don't be throwing it like that either. That's the thing.
Nah, he doesn't.
He doesn't really know he doesn't know the beaters. If he did, oh my god.
So he's
3-2 anyway. So against good users.
Well, yeah, Rod, he's spreading the ball around.
Yeah, another thing I want to say real quick because I just saw this. Matt Ryan for Jacobs. This is a pocket passer. 1,300 yards, so only 217 a game, but 75% completion percentage, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Wow,
that's crazy. Yo, Jacob might get this fucking thing.
So he playing real.
3 interceptions.
That dude is
How
nuts. How many
And
losses Jacob got?
1. I don't know who beat him.
I did, motherfucker. That's why I wanted
Oh,
you to
you did. You beat him.
Oh yeah, man.
You lost to APO.
Yeah, he lost to APO. Oh shoot. And they done gave me Leonard Fournette, man. Oh boy.
Before we end it, last person I'm gonna give credit to because I was about to say it, but AJ is really good at torching these people who don't know how to stop him. 1,800 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 68% completion percentage. That's 300 yards a game, a 115 rating. That's pretty crazy.
But I'm gonna tell you this after because when you said those stats, I realized something about AJ. And I don't, you know what? I'm gonna have to probably play him at one point. I ain't gonna say it, but it's a reason why you have issues with Juan, myself. You ain't want to say it. It's the truth. Myself, Mason. Yo, when you talk of Premier, cool. You can have all them stats you want. It's always a weak spot. It's something in them stats that told me everything I need to know when we play.
Yep.
For real, yo, for real. So. Yep. I'm gonna just leave it there, man. We better hang up. I got these kids.
Bet.
Running here.
Right. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Obviously, we're gonna try to come up with these every 4 weeks.
Yeah, man. I'm free, so we can keep
Everyone's
hashing this out.
So,
well, I work in like I'm UPS, so I'm there every day. But I'm saying I free my schedule up. It's 24. Yo, people, listen. When they get mad at me when I say stuff like this, it's 24 hours in the day. Just because I play Madden, that don't mean I ain't got a life. It's 24 hours in a day. I go to work for 8 hours. I get home. I play Madden for 45 minutes. Yo, how much more time does that leave me with? 16 hours? 15 hours? Cool. I get to play with the kids for 3. Probably look at some player cards for another hour. Yo, you can live life and play Madden, yo. I don't know what, like, why people be getting so upset at that. You know what I mean? We gotta
I'm gonna tell you why. It's very simple. It's that people don't admit it. They don't like losing.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is.
Losing in this league, losing in any, I think, Madden league would be like annoying. Losing in this league when people shit talk like they do, it really does affect people's egos.
Yeah.
It does. Like, there's no other way around it. And some people They're like, all right, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna just get better and not lose. Some people are like, I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to win in this league. You for one, real.
Mhm.
You know, people just been around for a while. And at the beginning, Matt was one of those people too, because he started
Mhm.
off like 1-15, then he became a playoff user. But then it's even then it's different, right? So you see a user who's really bad and they become a close to playoff user, but that next every step gets harder. It doesn't get
Mhm.
easier. And then
Nope.
what you think should be the easiest step, which is after you win it, the next time you win it, every next time you win it is going
Facts.
to be more difficult.
Facts. And that's, you know what? And that's why I'm gonna give.
Because people watch you. This is the one league where
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
watches you play.
Yeah. Even when we don't, if like even if I don't see your stream at that moment, I'm gonna go back and watch. Like if I watch a half, I just need to see. I just need to see what happened, what's going on. I ain't paying $5 for it though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying. I'll be trying to go back and watch that man's streams, and it'd be like five. Man, I'll be like, nope, I'm good. So I
Mine are going to
can't
be
watch.
like that too, just a warning. I don't
Yo,
care. I have the free ones up on YouTube, so you can watch them
yo,
there.
yo. All right. Well, that was good. This is good. So
Yeah,
yeah, we can hash this out whenever. Like we come back week 10 and talk. See
absolutely.
what's up.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. If anyone else wants to join, please let me know. DM me. We'll see if you qualify. Um, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you want us to touch on next podcast, because I know one person's going to do it probably 10 minutes in listening. Please do that as well. And until next time, thank you guys for listening.